Just in case they ain't get the picture the first time around.
I see you, hater. My motivator. Y'all make me greater. Yeah.
Back on the 97 OBS extended cab. I painted all this here yesterday. Everything dry. I just haven't took it out yet because I'm about to jump on the truck now. I'm about to start wet sanding. I'm gonna take it out here where it's at so we can get started. Alright, here's the truck. It's been sitting out. I got a lot of overspray from me painting, flying in the air, coming out the shop. But it'll clean right up. I already done did the roof, as you can see. Also the jams, if I can get this door open. I done did the jams as well. Now we need to wet sand all this primer. If you can recall, I scuffed up the paint that was good, the black paint. It's already been scuffed up, but I still gotta hit it, go back over it because it got some overspray on it. But we're gonna clean everything up first because it's got a lot of leaves and dust and everything else on it. You don't want to start sanding and you got this grit on it because you could scratch up the paint, put some deep scratches in it. So let's clean it up first, then we'll go from there. I'm also gonna sweep out the bed. Alright, we'll let this here dry, then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, we're gonna put some guide cut on it now. We could just start sanding without putting this guide cut on now, but if we do that, we won't actually know if this area is flat like it should be. Also, we might skip a spot and the guide coat is gonna help us know what we done did and what we haven't done. And we're gonna be using this flat black spray paint. I'm gonna try to stay away from the paint that I done sprayed up here on the top. Also stay away from the jams. I'm just gonna use some cardboard to shield it, to keep it off those areas. And you just wanna lightly mist it on. I'm just gonna be misting it on the primer spots. And you can see the overspray that landed on the actual good paint, the black. I can use that as guide coat when I start sanding the black. You just want to use a different tone because you don't want to use a gray because you'll never be able to see it. I'm using flat black. That's all you need. It ain't got to be heavy. Just lightly mist it on. Here's what the guide coat look like. Now, if you see any minor imperfections like pinholes or maybe some minor scratches, this is a good time to fill it with some 1-part glaze and putty. I seen a few like back here. I'm gonna fill those with some glaze and putty so I can block them as I block the rest of it. Finished up with the glazing putty. Also took the gas lid off so I can paint on the back side and the front side. And let me show you what we got up here. We got 3 different grits of sandpaper. Got 320, 400, also 600. You could use either one. The sand width before base. But I like to use 320 because it cuts a lot faster, but it leaves deeper scratches, which, you know, 3 coats of base, it's gonna cover the scratches. If you're scared to use 320, you can use 400, which I never had a problem using 320 covering those scratches. Only time I actually use 600, if I have a problem in my base coat when I'm spraying the base and I have to sand it down, I use 600 to sand those imperfections out and put another coat of base. But we're gonna use 320 today because it cuts a lot faster. And I got 2 different blocks here. I got a rigid block and a sponge block. And I already got a sheet cut, but the sheets come like this here. I cut them in half. I got some soapy water. Put it down in my water. Let it soak for a couple of minutes. I put my blocks down as well. Also got a rounded block that I might use. I really don't see no areas that I could use this on because most of the area is flat except up in here, but I can't get up in here with this, so we're gonna let our sandpaper soak, then I'll cut you back on. I guess we'll start right here. I got my rigid block and some 320. Wrap it around. You got 3 sides to work with. This side, that side, also this side. But I like to hold it like this here. And get my rag, wet the surface, go in the X pattern, removing the guide coat. Let's wipe that. It need to look like this here. You shouldn't see no guide coat. If you see some guide coat, that means you got a low area. But a lot of guys wonder if they could do it without using a block. Yes, you could. But if you use a block, it's gonna be a lot flatter. If you don't use a block, you wanna make sure you do it with a closed end, like this here. That's one thing I remember when I was in trade school. If I don't remember nothing else, don't never sand with an open hand like this here, because you're gonna put grooves in it. You're gonna be able to see that when you paint it. Once you put that color on it, you'll be able to see them grooves. I always have a closed hand. Even though it's been years ago when I was in trade school in 1997, but I still remember that because our instructor, he made sure we never had an open hand. He got on us every time he seen somebody sanding with an open hand like this here, he got onto him. But I'm not gonna sand. I might sand without a block up in here like that, but I'm still gonna have my fingers closed. I'm not gonna have them open. Let's continue with the block though. Then I got a paint line here when I did the jam. You want to remove that. You want that to be feather edge. It's not no really hard line, but I could feel it. Just gotta take it a step at a time. It's gonna seem like it's a lot to sand, but do the hood, Once you do the hood, jump back and do a fender or something, you know. This is what we got. I haven't done down here yet. I just wanted to show you what to look for. Still a little guide coat there. I still gotta do this back here. Some there. I'm gonna block that on. I did this section here. This is what it need to look like. Everything feather edged. And here's a trick. You can take your rag. This will let you know if you done sanded everything. If it run across it without hanging up, that means you done sanded everything. And you can listen to it as well. Let me see if you'll be able to hear it. You can hear over here. See how the rag just hang up over here? It glides across it. You can see I stayed away from this edge here because it's rigid block. If I go too far, it'll start cutting into it. So when that happens, you want to change to a flex block. That way when I go into it, it'll flex into position. See, you got a contour here. It's not flat like it is up here. But then they get flat right here. You want to keep them body lines. That's all you gotta do. Let me get you caught up on what I done did. I done did this fender completely. Some of the hood, I haven't touched the door. I done this area here. I got this side of the bed pretty much completed. I just gotta go back with the soft block and hit up in here. Gotta do this by hand. Do this edge here. Also this here. And I found some dings that I didn't see when I was doing the body work. I'm not sure if you're gonna see it in the camera, but I'm gonna try to get you a good view of it. It's a ding there. It's one here, also one there. I'm gonna hit it with some 2-part glazing putty for last minute repairs. You might can see it. Even though the bed gonna be up against it, around about right here, but I'm still gonna hit it. I should have enough in this tube here just to do that. The U-Paul Dolphin Glaze. Here's the 2-part glaze and putty. I probably won't cut you back on unless I find something else that I think I need to show you. I'm gonna get it knocked on out. All the wet sanding is done. Only thing left is now is washing it down. See how I pulled the molding back so I can sand up in here. Also took this glass out, sanded around it. Slid the bed back. Got both sides. Got a slow leak, I gotta air the tire up. Did both sides of this. Let me go ahead and clean it up. Then we'll be ready for some paint. Got it cleaned up with the help of Mother Nature. Started raining on me, but it didn't get too bad. I was washing it down, she was rinsing it off. But we got it done though. Now I'll put it in the shop. We'll get ready to start putting some paint on it.
Nobody really gave a damn about us. We never stopped.